Well, just for the fun of it, let's spin this wheel and see what we've got. All right, not too bad. We can't expect too much at this point because we haven't even gotten all of the nipples to the same starting point. However, I'm satisfied at this point that we're off to a good start because the wheel is not absolutely terrible, and that's really my standard. If it's just all over the place, then that indicates possibly we made a mistake in our spoke length calculation, or a spoke of the wrong length got in there or something like that. But I find this to be a pretty encouraging start. That's about all we can expect at this point. In many ways, the key to a good finished product in a wheel is consistent tensioning, and the beginning of that is to get all these nipples to the same starting point. All we did was to screw them on some arbitrary number of turns, but now we want to get them to exactly the same point, and I'm going to show you a pretty good trick for doing that. One of the things that's very easy to get confused about is which way you turn the nipple to tighten it. Now think of it this way: the spoke is like a bolt and the nipple is like a nut. So when you're tightening a bolt, tightening a nut onto a bolt, you turn it this way, which is obviously clockwise as you're looking at it from the end of the bolt, or in this case the end of the spoke. Now let's look at this nipple right here, and tightening this nipple with this spoke wrench is going to mean turning it in this direction. So even though it appears that that is reversed, it's not. If you look at it from the back, then we're actually turning the nipple clockwise if we look at the nipple from the back. It is a little confusing, but you'll get used to it. Now what I want to do is to tighten this nipple here on to a certain reference point, and I'm going to use the threads on the spoke, and I'm going to turn the nipple on until I can not continue to be able to click one of the threads with my fingernail. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I could easily click with my fingernail. I can still click with my fingernail, still can, doing quarter turns. Yes, 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 no. So right there I have turned that nipple on so that with my thumbnail I cannot click a thread on the spoke with my fingernail. Now if you're using silver spokes like these are, it's fairly easy to see the threads, but if you're using black spokes, they're much harder to see, and this trick with your thumbnail is even more valuable at that time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to bring all of the other nipples using my spoke wrench and my thumbnail to the same consistent starting point. Now that we have the nipples to a consistent starting point, let's give the wheel a spin and see what it looks like. Okay, much better. Now that we have a consistent starting point of our nipples instead of arbitrary starting points when we just built the wheel up, we're starting to see some benefit from that. We are now at a good point to begin actually putting some tension on the spokes. Well, here I've cobbled together both of these videos, the one on the left where we have the starting point getting all the nipples on, varying numbers of turns, but then over on the right we have gotten the nipples to the same starting point, and we see that that is somewhat of a better picture.